Why most people fail before they even begin. There is a moment, quiet, invisible, almost insignificant, where destiny is decided. Not on the battlefield. Not in the boardroom. Not under the spotlight. But in the mind. Before the first step is taken, before the first risk is embraced, before the world ever sees what you are capable of, there is a silent negotiation happening inside you. A negotiation between who you are and who you could become. And most people lose that negotiation before it even begins. They don't fail in the process. They fail in the possibility. Because failure, real failure, doesn't start with action. It starts with doubt. It starts with hesitation. It starts with a whisper that says, maybe this isn't for me. And that whisper, if left unchecked, becomes a verdict. You see, the tragedy is not that people aim high and miss. The tragedy is that they never aim at all. They shrink their vision to fit their fears. They negotiate with their dreams until those dreams become so small, so manageable, so safe, that they no longer require courage. And in that safety, they bury their greatness. But understand this, the world does not reward hesitation. It does not bend to uncertainty. It does not conspire with those who doubt themselves. The world responds to clarity, to conviction, to belief so strong that it bends reality itself. Yet most people never reach that level of belief. Not because they lack talent. Not because they lack opportunity. But because they lack permission from themselves. They are waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting for approval. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for a sign. But the sign never comes. Because the sign is not something you receive. It is something you create. And until you understand that, you remain stuck at the starting line, watching others build the life you secretly desire, convincing yourself that they are different, that they are special, that they had something you never did. But they didn't. What they had was a decision to believe before there was proof, a decision to act before they felt ready, a decision to move forward while the rest stood still. That is where everything begins. And that is where most people fail. They fail to decide. They fail to commit. They fail to burn the bridge behind them and say, this is who I am now. There is no going back. Because commitment is terrifying. It demands that you abandon your excuses. It forces you to confront the truth, that if you fail, it is not because you didn't try, but because you weren't enough. And that is a truth most people are unwilling to face. So instead, they protect themselves. They stay in the realm of ideas. They talk about what they could do, what they might do, what they'll do someday. They romanticize success without ever engaging in the brutal, unforgiving process required to achieve it. And in doing so, they create the illusion of progress without ever moving forward. But illusion does not build empires. Illusion does not change lives. Illusion does not transform you. Only action does. Relentless, uncomfortable, uncertain action. But here is the paradox, the cruel irony that traps so many. They wait to feel ready before they act. They believe confidence must come first. They believe clarity must come first. They believe motivation must come first. But it doesn't. Confidence is born from action. Clarity is revealed through action. Motivation is fueled by action. Everything they are waiting for is waiting for them to move. And until they understand this, they remain frozen in place, analyzing, overthinking, doubting, and ultimately, doing nothing. This is how dreams die. Not in dramatic failure. Not in catastrophic loss. But in quiet inaction. In the slow, invisible decay of potential. And perhaps the most dangerous part of all is that it feels comfortable. There is no immediate pain in not starting. No immediate consequence in delaying your purpose. No alarm that sounds when you choose safety over growth. Life simply continues. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into years. And before you realize it, the window of opportunity begins to close. Not because the world denied you, but because you denied yourself. You told yourself you weren't ready. You told yourself you needed more time. You told yourself you would start tomorrow. But tomorrow is a liar. It always promises and never delivers. Because tomorrow is not a day, it is a mindset. A mindset that keeps you stuck in perpetual preparation, forever getting ready, but never beginning. And the longer you stay in that state, the harder it becomes to break free. Doubt grows stronger. Fear becomes louder. The dream that once burned inside you begins to fade, replaced by practicality, by responsibility, by the quiet acceptance of a life that is less than what you once imagined. And that is how most people fail. Not because they are incapable, but because they never gave themselves the chance to prove that they are. But there is something you must understand, something that changes everything once you truly grasp it. You are not waiting for the right moment. The right moment is waiting for you. And it will wait, only for so long.